Right, so we're going to work on these three chords. So we're going to do it as basic open chords first, and it's going to gradually get a little bit harder and harder. So we got this C7, so C7, okay. And with the F7, you're going to bar the first fret and play like an E7 shape. Take your little finger off, yeah. And then the last one's a G7. So I know you're familiar with these chords. It's nothing. Just get used to them three chords there. Okay, and we're just going to strum through it, strum through the sequence here. So we're going to start on C7. If you notice with the blues, it always does however amount of this first one. When it goes to the next chord, it does half the amount, and then back to the first chord for half the amount. And then you got your turnaround at the end, which is G7, F7, C7, C7. So it's quite a simple turnaround, nothing complicated. You ready? So from the C7, 1, 2, 3, 4, C7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. F7. Back to C7. G7, F7, and C7. We're going to do it again, so start again. So C7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. To F7, C7, G7, F7, C7. Okay, so that's played open. You know, once you got some open notes, it's hard to control, sort of adding a bit of rhythm to it, like using the muting, I mean. Okay, so now we're just going to do some bar chords now. So we're going to do the same chords, but we're going to play them in a different way. So this C7 now is going to be fretted on the 3rd fret, and you're going to be playing like an A7 shape with it. Okay, so if you can imagine when you barred it, doing like an A7 shape. And then we're going to go to the F7, which is the same as before. And then we're going to go to the G7, which is barred on the 3rd. Okay, so this will give us a bit more control because you can see there's no open notes there. Okay, so we'll add a bit of a muted rhythm to this in a bit. Okay, let's go from the C7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To F7 now. C7. G7 barred on the 3rd fret, to the F, and then to the C7. Let's do it all again. So C7, keep going. Then we're going to move to F7, back to C7, G7, F7. Back to C7. Okay. Rich, are you alright on that C7 bar in the 3rd fret there? See on the C7, bar the 3rd fret. That's it there. Yeah, nice one. Okay. So we're just going to try the same thing with the same chords, but because we're not doing any open, we're going to have a little go at this rhythm. So Roddy, the song is on about this blues song. This is sort of the rhythm of it. So we're going to go down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. So get your C7, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up. Now, if I was just to keep my hand down there, it would sound like this. See there? It's very ringy out. What you want to do is when you go up, if I make myself bigger here, What I'm doing ever so slightly, I don't know if you can see, is I'm sort of lifting my fingers on and off. I'm like pushing down when I want to hear it. So you got... I just do upstrokes rather than... Don't want it ringing. So when I'm doing the upstroke, I push my fingers on. So it's down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, up, down, up, up. Okay, so we're going to go through the sequence with this little rhythm. It's quite a popular sort of backing way of playing it. Okay, so let's go through the sequence using all the bar chords. So you see on the 3rd fret, then to A7, G7's barred on the 3rd fret. So your G7 and your C7 are barred on the 3rd fret. Yeah. With the A and the E shape. And then your F's on the 1st fret. So let's go from the C7, playing the rhythm. So down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. You ready? From C7. Saying goodnight, Jimmy. I thought your guitar turned into a child.
He every time I'm playing the guitar now, he comes in and starts strumming it. He's actually he strings down on the strings now.
Yeah, on it. You get him a little ukulele guitar. That'd be great. All right, here we go. So C7, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down. F7. C7, G7, F7, C7. I tell you what, I'm going to go a bit slower. So let's just get the chords. Brian, are you all right with the chords? The C7 here. That's it, yeah. And then to your F7. That's it. And then your G7, just move it up 2 frets. There you go. So starting your C7. So C7, you got to go down to the A, like an A7 shape. There you go. That's it. So really, we're just going from like shapes of A and E. Really. So this is an A shape there, and that's your E shape. A7, E7. Okay, so let's do that again. So starting the C7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. Stay on it. We're moving to F7. You ready? So down, up, 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 down, up. Back to C7. G7. F7. And then C7. Okay, nice one. Let's just hear a couple of you. Michael, do you want to play through it? Let's have a little listen.
Got it before.
Yeah, feeling the pressure of demonstrating.
Yeah, as usual.
You did well, man. Nice one. Really great. Roddy, do you want to play it us, and then we'll move on? I'll listen to you all at some point, rather than go on, Roddy. Yeah, nice one. Lovely feel there. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to use the same chords, but this time you're going to pick through it. So maybe if you've got some drop down section, you might not want to be doing your ribbon. You might want to be like, so just picking through the chords, and then S7, C7, G7, F7, C7. And with that, I'm just picking through from the 5th string here, just down 4 strings, nothing. And then on the F7, just from the top, just 4 strings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a bass line, and I want you to pick through the notes like that. So I'm going to be like, do 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 do, do 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 do, and then F7, do 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 do. So you're picking through it. C, G, F, and then C. So we'll start again. So picking through it, C7. So just pick through it, and then F7. You could create your own rhythm if you want, doesn't matter. C7, G7, F7, C7. So that's an option there, just to like, you should have been doing this while I was just picking through the chords. So that's a very simple sort of option to do, arpeggiated picking. Okay, so now we're going to go to 9th chords. Okay. So, on the charts wrong here, it says C7, F7, G7. These are all 9 chords. So this should be C9. You can tell I just did this chart 10 minutes before I start the sessions. I'll fix that. So our 9 chord, let's have a look at the C9. So if you can see here, your first finger's got to be on the 4th string, 2nd fret. 2nd finger above it. That's it. That all looks good. Yeah, you know, that's it. Rich, get your 3rd and 4th on. There you go. So it should sound like this. And then you're going to move it up, so that row of fingers, the 2, 3, 4, is on the 8th fret. So it goes up to F. So your first finger's going to be on the 7th fret, basically. And then back to the C9. Back to C9. Back down. So when I'm looking at this chord, I'm looking at this being my root here when I'm playing it. See that? This 2nd finger is the root, because that's on C, so that's a C9. And then you're going to move up to F9, so that's on the 8th fret with your 2nd finger. Back to the C9. Back down to the C9. And then we're going to go to the G9, so that's going to be the 10th fret there, that's your G. So keeping the same shape. 10th fret with your 2nd finger, Michael. So see your 2nd finger's on the 11th, now it's on the 12th. Move back down another. There you go. See your 2nd finger now on the 5th string is on the 10th. So that's your G. And then to the F9, which is on the 8th fret with your 2nd finger, 2 frets down, and back down to the C. Okay, so you've always, when you're looking at this chord, the big mistake to do would be to be looking at your 1st finger. You've always got to be looking at this as your root here with your 2nd finger. Just like if you did a G here, see your root's your 2nd finger with that. Alright, so let's go through the sequence. We're just going to play it straight with straight downs, and then we're going to put the rhythm to it. So let's do the C9. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So C, 9. Move up to the F9, so the 8th fret with your second finger. And back down to the C. Back down to the C. Down to the C there on the 3rd fret. So always with the blues, see here with the blues, you always start with the C. Then you'll go to the F and you go back to the C. Brian, you're up on the G there. That's it. You got to go back to the one you've just done. That's it. And then back to the C. Yeah. Brian, they're the chords. They're all the 3 chords you're playing, but we're actually going through this sequence here. See here? Where once you've gone to the F, you've got to go back down to the C. All right, let's go for it again. So C9, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up to the F9. So moving up to the second finger on the 8th fret. Back down to the 3, the 3rd fret. Back down to the 3rd fret. Then the 10th, 8th, and then 3rd. Okay, we'll start again. So start on the 3rd. 3rd. So when I say the fret, it's your second finger's got to be the lead there. So Brian, see your second. That's it. So always look at your second finger for the root here. So second, we're going on the 3rd fret. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2. See how I'm pushing my fingers down to make it a bit staccato. Then up to the 8th fret is the F. Back down to the C. That's it. And then up to the G now, the 10th fret. So, and then the 8th to get to the F and back to the C. Start again. So C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So get ready to go to the F up to the 8th. You ready now? Back down to the 3rd. To the 10th. To the 8th. And then the 3rd. Okay, we're going to do the same again, but we're going to this time put the rhythm here. So down, up, 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 down, up, 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 up. So get on the C9. And the rhythm's going to be down, up, 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 down, up, 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 and down, up, up. Up to the F, so the 8th fret. Back down to the C. To the G. To the F. Down to the C. We're going to start again, so C. So down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. F9. Back down to the C. 10th fret. 8th. And then the 3rd. So you can see just by changing the chord, I know it says C7 there, just to a 9th, it starts making it sound a little bit more interesting in the background. So what we're going to do with this now, we're going to add in something a bit more interesting here. So we're going to keep with the 9th chords, but semitone above just before changing on the 4th beat. So what that means is, if you can see this C here for 4, that should be C9. On the very last bit before it, you go into the F, you're going to play an F sharp. So that's going to be, if your F is on the 8th fret, here, your F9, your F sharp 9 is going to be the one above it on the 9th. So what you're going to do is you're going to go 9 and then down to the F. So you're going to go F sharp to F. So my second finger here is going on the 9th fret to the 8th fret. So you're just going. So just before we get to that F and we're on the C9, we're just going to plonk the F sharp here, so on the 9th fret, and then we're going to go to the F. So we're plonking in a chord that is raised above the chord we're going to, and we're going to land on it. It's sort of like we're playing the C, C9, and before we go to the F9, we're going to go F sharp 9, F. So it's sort of like you're going one step above it and going down. So if I was to play it, yeah, this is the effect it gives. You ready? And listen again. So every time I make a change to the new chord, I don't go to that new chord straight away. I go to one step above it, and then I land on it. So it's giving you this like little raise, and you fall on the chord. Okay, so I know this might start to add a bit of confusion to the matter. So we're just going to take it one step at a time. Okay, and we're going to go C9 here for 4 bars, and then we're going to go F sharp 9, which is on the 9th fret, and then lead into the F9. So let's just play this slowly. So we're just doing these first 4 bars and then the first bar of the second line. Ignore the rest here. Ready? From C7, C9, sorry. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So C9, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we're going to hit the F sharp 9. Oh, it should just do it a little bit before. And then to the F. So you're going to go a raised above and then to the F. So let's start that again from the C. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So that F sharp 9 comes on the 4th beat. If you look on here, beat 4. Okay. So let's just try that. Let's just try playing this, and we're going to count along. I want to like just count it verbally out. And on the 4th beat there, play the F sharp 9. So that's on the 9th fret with your 2nd finger. That's it. And then you move down to the F, which is only ever 1 fret away to the next chord. All right, so from the C7, counting out loud, sorry, C9 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 on that knife, and then down to the F9. 1. Okay. So it might be a little bit tricky, this concept at first, but it's how to make it a little bit more interesting. So let's just try it. All we're trying to get from is this C7 here to the F7, but adding in this F sharp 9 in the process. When I say 7, I mean 9. Right, okay. Just to make it a bit complicated for you. So from C9, 1, 2, 3, 4. C9, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're adding the F7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then C sharp 9. So that C sharp 9 is on the 4th fret, going back down to the C. Yeah, okay. So let's just do that again together, see if we can get up to this C now on the 2nd line. So let's start from this C7 here, C9, sorry. Idiot, David. You ready? C9, 1, 2, 3, 4. C9, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then C sharp 9. Back to the C9. G sharp, which would be on the 11th fret. Then to the G. F sharp. Okay, what I'm going to do is just test you now. So when I shout, we got 3 chords here. We got our C9, we got our F9, and we got our G9, which is on the 10th fret. When I say the chord, I want you to hit the chord above it and drop down. Okay, so let's start on the, we're going to play C, so we're going to hit the chord above it. You ready? Which will be the on the 4th fret. You ready? Hit it, and then hit the C9. Okay, so let's do that again. You ready? 2, 3, 4, 1. So we're going to hit on the 4th beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's what we do when we're landing to the C9. Let's do that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's do it one more time. 1. Oh, Brian, I think you're too far ahead. That's where you're going from there down to the 3rd fret. No, downwards to the backwards. Yeah, there. So that's your C9. There you go. So let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So when you're playing the C9, that's how you're gonna get to it from one step above it to there. Now let's go to the F9, which is on the 8th fret. So you're gonna move up a fret, and then we're gonna land on the F. So we're gonna go F sharp 9 to F. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that doesn't look quite right. That Sam, you should be on the F sharp to. That's your F. So you got that. There you go. So da, da. Okay. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's how you're gonna land on your F9. You're gonna hit the chord just right above it, and then you're gonna land on it. So let's try the G. So your G's on the 10th fret. So you're gonna hit the chord above it and then land on the G9. Ready? So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's it. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So I hope you're starting to get the concept of how you're going to land on the chord. You're always going to hit the chord above it and slide down to it. That's the way. It's not like fitting in any scale. This is what you call chromatic. You know, it's giving you a chromatic feel, but it works. If I was to play the sequence now, it might make more sense to you. So there's your C9. And I'm going to go to the F, but I'm going to hit the one before it. And then I'll go back to the C, but hit the one before it. And then the G, hit the one before it. F, one before it. C. Yeah, that's the effect. It's giving a bit of a jazzy blues effect to it. So I think it's something you just got to sit with. And Jimmy, do you want to demo that one? So go from the C9.
Looking at the unmute button.
Yeah.
One sec. Right, so there. Going to try some one. I'm gonna restart.
Sure. So count might help you. Yeah, excellent. So Roddy, when I was saying about it, if you do it all the time, it's a bit overkill. So when you're actually doing this, you might just do it on that one little bit, and it'd be like, oh, that's a little touch of magic, rather than, oh, he's doing too much of that. Do you know what I mean? They're the subtle, nice thing. Yeah, nice one, Jimmy. That was great. That lovely. Sam, do you want to play that one for us? Nice, yeah. You were making the passing chord a very short chord, but that's fine. That's nice. Sounded great. Rich, do you want to just? Is that something you've done before, Sam? Anything like this? Have you used little?
It's not unfamiliar, and the upbeats earlier. I was learning a special song earlier in the week, so it's the the upbeats were it's coincidentally stuff I've been doing this week.
Oh, lovely, nice one. Go on, Rich. Yeah. Then to the G, hit the one. That's it. Oh, so before you go to the F, you've got to hit the one above the F.
Yeah.
So before you go to the C, you got to hit the one before the C.
Oh, right.
Every time you move a chord, you got to move to one above. So be careful with these chords. You don't want to let any of the open notes ring out. So if I went like this,
oh, I see.
that's a bit flashy. So rather than hooking your fingers like you do with open chords, watch this, flatten them a bit.
Yep.
So if you flatten the C9, it's going to mute that first string. See there? And you got a nice cleaner sort of chord. All right, there's one more thing we're going to try. So that one was hitting the one above. This one we're going to hit the semitone below. Okay. So this is just giving you another option. If I was to demonstrate this one to you, it would go like this. So I'm going to, before I go to the F9, I'm going to hit the chord below it and then move up to the F9. Okay, so this goes like this. I'll demonstrate it. So up to the F9, hit the chord. And then to the C9, one below. G. So obviously it's overkill. I'm doing it on every chord, but you're just training yourself that that's an option to do. Especially if you're doing blues and jazz, you can do that with any chord really. Hit it before. So yeah, this one is below it and then hitting it. So let's just try it together. I'll shout when we're going to the chord so you don't have to worry about a chart. So let's go the C9. So when we're going to the F, you're going to hit the one below it, which would be the E9, and then up to the F9. So let's go C. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So C. And then we're going to go to F9, but hit the one before it. You ready? Back to the C, one before it. G, one before it. F1 before it. And then C. So we'll just practice them chords. So when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So on the fourth beat, you're going to hit the semitone below it. And then on the 1, you're going to hit the C. So let's just deal with C. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Move down, Brian. You on the C. This has got to be on the C. Move down a fret. There, that's your C. So to get to the one before it, you've got to go here. Yeah, that's it. That's your root. Exactly. And if you think about it, that's your C. When you play a C chord, that's your root. That's the C note. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's try that C again. So hitting the one below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Let's go to the F. So you're hitting the one before it first and then going to the F9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you're on the 7th fret to the 8th. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Rich, when I say the 7th fret, don't look at your first finger, look at your second finger, which is move down another. There you go. That's your 7th fret, and then slide it up to the F9. So there. Slide it up one, Rich. There. That's where you're leading to. You've always got to keep your eye on the sort of aim. You know what I mean? So I'm aiming to the 8th. So I'm either going to do one step above it or one step below. If I was to do a mixture of them, I might just do a mixture. So I'll go above. I might go above here. Above. And below on the C. See there? A bit of a mixture. Above the G. Below the F. And above. So that's a mixture of above and below the chord. I don't know if that's going over your head, anyone, or... I think really it's just a case of you putting it into practice, really, with just a blues sequence and then just adding that in. But Roddy, do you want to just give us a little demo of that? You could either go above and below if you want. Yeah, cool, nice one. So make sure you're solid on what you're going to hit before the G. The most important note is your target chord. So watch as well, like what I said to Rich, don't hook your fingers around with this. You've got to flatten them a little bit. See your fingers, you want to be muting that first string.
I always mute my right hand.
No, but when you're playing, I can hear this open first string. Do you know, because your fingers are hooked round. That's it. You need to find some way of muting that first string. That's it. Really, it should come from your little finger here. If you watch my little finger, I drop it down a little, just the shape of it. That's it there. There you go. That's nice. That's it. There you go, yeah. Yeah, nice. Do you think that's helped you a bit with your song, Roddy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Give you some ideas.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
So what I'll do is I'll forward you this, and so you can address each thing again. So you got the picking with the sort of openy chord ones, just sevens. Yeah. You've got you just got playing them open chords, which can be nice, and then you've got the ninths, and then you've got above it, lead into it, and below it. So there's some options there. Is that anything anyone's done before, or is that new to a lot?
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Good. All right. Okay. So that's taken up quite